Hello friends, this is Scott Burst coming at you for the Klown Times. That's Klown spelled with K. You can find us on the web at www.theklowntimes.net, and you can find us on Facebook. Just do a Google search for the Klown Times. Again with K, you'll be able to find us. As you can see, I'm in football fever. Yeah boy, yeah boy, yeah boy. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be a very short and quick and very low budgeted NFL preview. So without further ado, we're going to start with the NFC, work our way to the AFC. So here we go. We're going to start with the NFC South. By far the toughest division in football. I got the Saints winning this bad boy for two reasons. A, you know the Saints are pissed off at Roger Goodell. He screwed the organization last year with that bogus bounty crap. And so that caused them to have a lawsuit book up like before it got started. But I think that with Sean Payton back in the fold, the Saints are going to do what the Patriots did a few years ago with Spygate. Throw a collective middle finger at the NFL and just run the score on everyone and just come back with vengeance. Atlanta will still be nice. They still got that good offense. Don't sleep on the Panthers. They're improved D as well as the Buccaneers. Too close to call with those two puppies. I have them finishing at least at 8-8. Moving on to the NFC West, I got San Fran winning that division yet again. Those boys are loaded, they're stacked. I love Colin Kaepernick. I like Seattle as well, but not as much without Percy Harvin, who's injured. But don't sleep on the Rams. The Rams were decent last year. I think they're going the right direction with Jeff Fisher as head coach. And moving on to the NFC East, got the Giants barely eking it out over the Dallas Cowboys for the NFC East. I think, I like the Redskins to be competitive again with RG3 and company. The defense is all healthy again. It's just that the secondary is just the Achilles heel, but you figure they can't get any worse than last year. They couldn't get any worse than last year. But I think that that all the defensive coordinators have film on RG3. I think they're going to take a step back this year. Last but not least, in the NFC North, you got I have the Packers winning it. Just by a game over the Chicago Bears. I still don't like the fact that the Bears fired a coach and Lovie Smith that went 10-6, but I still think that Jay Cutler has one more last stand in him, and he should have it because this is his last stand in Chicago this year, I think. I'm not feeling Christian Ponder and the Vikings. I love Adrian Peterson. He's on my fantasy team, still running back, but I'm sorry. For Greg Jennings, formerly of the Packers, to leave the Packers and Aaron Rodgers for the Minnesota Vikings and Christian Ponder is like leaving Holly Berry for Precious. Ain't gonna work. So let's move on to the AFC. Yes, Bengals fans, I'm feeling you. I love your additions that you made in the draft. I love Giovanni Bernard of Carolina in the second round. Should be make for more dynamic offense, as well as your first round pick, Tyler Efford, I think his name is, tight end from Notre Dame. Two tight end sets like New England light, and with AJ Green in the fold still on offense, I think he has to be more explosive. I really love the acquisition of James Harrison, formerly of my boys, to give an already great Bengals defense the extra bit of nasty. So I love you guys to go to the top of the AFC North. I think my boys and the Ravens going to tie for 10-6. They're both going to get the wild card spots, by the way, in the AFC. Cleveland's, they still suck. Let's move on. The AFC East, as I call it, the AFC least, should have the Patriots moonwalking their way to a division title. Hell, they can win all 6 games against these scrubs and then back in with a 10-6 or 9-7 record for that matter, and still win it going away. Sure, Miami. Some people are feeling Miami. I don't know why. Ryan Tannehill, not impressed with him. The Jets are the Jets. Jets equals Jets in the season. And the Bills, you guys are on my prayer request list. Going to the AFC South, should be the Texans all over again, but the window is closer for them to win it all. As much as I love their squad talent-wise, I'm not feeling Matt Schaub. He needs to get it done in the playoffs. He's had a couple years to do it, not showing me much. This is your year, my friend. As far as Indianapolis, great story last year, but you're not sneaking by anybody this year. Chuck Strong is nice, but without that added motivation, and thank God he's well, but Chuck Strong that is, but I don't think that as good a quarterback as Andrew Luck is, I don't think he's sneaking up on anybody once again. Who cares about these two? Let's move on. Finally, the AFC West, Denver's all over it. I love KC. I love the addition they made with Alex Smith at quarterback And of course, my man Andy Reid, formerly of Philadelphia. I like them, but not. I like the Chiefs, but not enough to get in the playoffs. But they should be making noise the following year. The Chargers, cautionary tale. A lot of talent over the years, never could get it done. Raiders, Terrell Pryor as your starting quarterback. Enough said. Say hello to 0-16 Raider fan. So, my playoff teams. Obviously, the 4 division winners. You know, you got as far as the wild cards, I like the Falcons. Unfortunately, I like the Cowboys to get the final wild card spot. And so, coming out of here, got the 49ers representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, in the AFC, 4 division winners. As I said before, your 2 wild cards. But guess what? I'm going to throw a curveball. I'm going to these boys to represent the AFC. So guess what? For you football historians like yours truly, 49ers, Bengals, Part 3. They met twice in the 80s. 2 good contests, especially the second one. Who's going to win out? Boom. 49ers going to win out. That's it. This is Scott Burst of the Klown Times signing off. Take care. Peace.